Good morning, YouTube. What's going on, guys? It is now 6:40, and we're live. And sorry, I just got an email that I had to read. All right, so we're live, and I haven't really looked at the markets too much today. Yesterday was a little bit of a bloodbath in terms of the market after the big tech sell-off. Got it. Today we don't really have that many. Well, I guess we do have a fair amount of reports today. We did have jobless claims come out at 5:30, but obviously all that's going to be baked into the market today. We do have the Kansas Fed Manufacturing Index, which I believe comes out at 7:30. Yes, that's correct. And we have the Kansas Fed. Kansas Fed Composite is at 8. We have EA natural gas stocks change at 7:30. Kansas Fed Composite and Manufacturing Index at 8. And then we got the 4 and 8 week Treasury bill auctions. And then we have new mortgage rate data at 9 o'clock. So the mortgage rate data, that one's definitely going to move some markets. And then we've got the 7-year note auction as well, coming up at 10. And then the Fed balance sheet, that may actually move some stuff. That's going to be at 1:30 today. So we do have a fair amount of important reports today coming up, but I don't think it'll affect our trading too much, considering our time frames are from 6:45 to 7:30. So having said all that, let's go ahead and take a look at the market. We'll be trading a live account today. Drop the comments up here. All right. So here we are. It's currently 6:42. I normally don't trade till 6:45. We do have some resistance right here. You can see that plenty of different times. Let's go ahead and mark it on our chart. Right there. I'm actually going to reduce that down a little bit to the zone where it actually hit several times. So it's at 54.73. So we're looking at that on the 1 minute chart. So really we're seeing kind of resistance at 75. On the 1 minute side, we do have a TTM setup on the way, currently sitting at negative 3.0 on yellow, and fair amount of price movement. Not too bad, not too good. Just plenty of room to move. We did rip here at 640 off of 42 all the way up to, or off of 65, sorry, all the way up to like 70 area. So market's currently sitting about break even on the day. I'm going to be looking for this 5200 cross here on the 10-second chart. Love to see a pullback to about 65, maybe, yeah, like 65 probably on the lowest, but more like VWAP here, like 67. That's what I'm going to be looking to enter off of. I'm going to look for some pullback here, though. We do have an 8 SMA. We do have some downtrend a little bit here on the TTM 10-second side. There's some pullback there. So I'm going to be looking for the market to switch green today. Maybe a red to green reversal here. Currently, ES is down about $3. So it's kind of chopping sideways at the moment. So I'm just looking for an entry here. This actually looks like a reasonable entry at this point. Just not quite ready for it just yet. We're about 4 candles away from 645, and I think that we'll see a decent up push here. Looking for it. It's not there yet. Currently I have red on TTM on the 10-second. Want to see a clean red, yellow to cyan. Plenty of market movement. I'm just going to stick with my 3 and 7 though. Even though it looks like there's more available. Like it looks like I could go for like a 3 and 12. We got a light going out over here. two lights in this room. The one on that right side is going out. This one was going out like the day of my return stream. I swapped it out. And then this one apparently on the right here starts stripping. Nice little pop there. I'm going to join in here on the bid at 70. All right, just got filled at 70 and a quarter. And we're getting some pullback. Ooh, that's a lot of pullback. Not what I want to see, especially on my first trade in this eval. And we're going to have to cut this. Now 562. Yeah, I gotta cut that.
Order filled.
Definitely not what I want to see on my first trade in the eval, or not eval rather, but my paid account already lost half of my trail max. So not what I wanted to see right there. That looked like it was going to be a good push and just failed on it. There's a little too much price volatility actually. So got to be a little bit more stringent with this. That's too bad. That was actually a lot of loss there. It was like 26. And we're breaking to the downside now. Got to make sure we live to trade another day. So down 721 on the day. Definitely not what you want to see on your first day out. I don't know why it is, but for whatever reason, I'll like do really well and then pass the evaluations and then get to the evaluation or get to the performance account side. And then I'll have these like massive volatility days, like my first day trading them. It's really weird. I don't really quite understand what's going on with that, but it's just been something I've been experiencing. So we're gonna sit. We're gonna wait a little bit. Be patient here, and I think I'm gonna downsize as well. I'm gonna go down to 2 contracts. And I might even, well, I'll keep my 7.6 just because the market movement it justifies it. This is going to push up a lot, and I'm not going to join in because the let's see this on 1 minute chart. So 1 minute has this, the 50 moving average dropping below the VWAP. So that's definitely a bearish sign right there. We're super close to that TTM switch. You can see it's like negative 0.5. I just think that like when I actually took this trade here, I think I jumped the gun a little bit. But ultimately, like honestly, like it actually seems like a decent trade. We just needed this to go back up towards 75 and test that resistance level there. Yeah, so I don't necessarily disagree with the trade, especially since we had all this build up here on the TTM. And even while we were declining, we were still building up on the TTM. So this does kind of fit my strategy. I want to see that on the 10-second chart again, because so this did not fit my strategy on the 10-second chart, and so this is definitely like on me. I'm a little frustrated that I didn't wait. I think I was impatient because what I do see here is the 8 SMA cross, but I don't see the 9 getting above the 12, and I definitely don't see my 1226 cross. And obviously, didn't wait for the cyan. I think I got a little phased by this a little bit of FOMO here by this big green candle. And I didn't expect that kind of rejection on that. So there's a cyan switch right there. Let's see, 9 is above the 12. So this is more of what my strategy actually is. But you can see we are below the 200 moving average, and that's a little bit of cause for concern there. Try long
Order
here.
filled.
We topped right there at that 200 moving average. I took some tiny profits there, just like $50, just because I really expected that to break over the 200 moving average and didn't there. So I just took like a 2-tick. We made a tiny bit back. We gotta go very slowly here. Down 678 on the day at the moment. 75 is going to be the resistance point. We can break over 75. I think we'll see a big surge up. It's all about just living to trade another day. If we can do that, then we're doing good. You made your goal. Nice. Nat's ass above 26. Okay, so we're getting closer to that 5200 cross. There's so much resistance right here at 70. I definitely don't trust this, especially with the price movement. There's a lot of price volatility right now. Charts moving fast, like very fast. Currently have 822 available in our trail max. With the chart moving this fast, like I'm hesitant on much of this. We did get a sign and switch on the 1 minute side. We got to break above this volume weighted average price though. The 68.75 here, big line in the sand. 9 is still below 12, and we are on approach for 9/12/26 crossover. This does look good for some bullish movement, but we really got to break above that volume weighted average price. Super important, because if we can't do that, then we're going to remain bearish. And you can see rejecting again off that view app. Even our trade strategy, while it's working, it's definitely volatile. So like the entrance would have been right here on this candle, on this red pullback here. So that would have actually been a nice trade, from 66 up to like 68. So that would have actually worked if we added it in there. The reason why I didn't take that trade is because I really wanted to see at least some confirmation towards price, and we're still below that 5200 moving average. And so that having the stuff be like that, why can't I move my chart? Having that be in that bearish form, it just makes me less confident about the movement. We're getting a downward cross on 10-second chart now, and red on CTM. What a fight between the bulls and bears here, man. They're going at it. I mean, volume is really high too. Like 1,000 contracts every 10 seconds. Volume is relatively high. All right, I'm back. So we're just waiting. 50's at 65 and 200 is at 68. So we're a ways out on even that cross. I'm guessing that the TTM on the 1 minute failed. Yeah, there's the failure right there. Never got a green dot after the cyan switch. We got green dots here indicating some upward move, but nothing on the cyan switch. Massive pullback all the way down to 62 and rip right back up to 67, and then just ripping back down to 64. Super choppy, very big price action. I don't want to be in this right now. This is choppy. Hyper chops. I guess that's what's up with Java's claims, but Speaking of which, what is up with jobless claims? I didn't actually look at the report. I just saw that it was there. So we had a lot of reports at 5:30. We had jobless claims, so we had the forecast at 1860. But where did we actually come in at? Here we are. So the numbers aren't displaying up front, but the actual is 1.85 million, and that is down from 1.86 million on the forecast, and down from the prior at 1.867. So jobless claims are down. We have core PCE prices. Forecast was 2.7, prior was 3.7, and this time was actually 2.9. If anybody knows what the PCE is, PCE prices QQQ, go ahead and drop that. Obviously, QQQ would be the NAS, but we got durable goods minus defense. Durable goods way down at a drop of 7%. Only last time it was this bad was around November and February. So durable goods way down. Refer to new orders placed with manufacturers for delivery of hard goods in future, excluding defense orders. So durable good orders way down month over month. In transportation, we got the actual at 0.5%. So this durable goods, excluding transportation, refers to new orders placed for hard goods, excluding transportation orders. So the actual is 0.2%, or the forecast is 0.2. Prior was down 0.1. Currently, the actual here is up 0.5. So we do have some, good, just mixed reports here. Definitely looks like a market is short in overall, but bulls and bears are definitely fighting. You can see this like 60 level acting as support and that 75 level up there acting as resistance. Well, VWAP is also acting as resistance as well. Kind of like I really wish that we didn't take this trade on our first one, but frankly, it looks like a good setup on the 1 minute side, but also bad setup on the 1 minute side. So you can see right there that 12 crossing above the 9. So big, massive pullback here. Not even 7 o'clock, and we're at 6:57. So not even at 7 o'clock, and we're seeing this huge price action. 7,200 contracts here on average per minute. So really, really, really high volume right now, with a lot of that gearing towards shorts. I do, however, somewhat foresee us moving, like the market moving up today, but now that we're below a quarter of a point on the downward trend, we may just remain downward trend all day. In fact, you can actually see this 5,200 moving average crossover. If this crosses the downside, I think we have a lot more downside available. So like I was saying yesterday, when we're looking at the longer term charts, it does look like we're about to enter into a downtrend, if we haven't already. So if we go to the 1 hour chart and zoom out, you can actually see that this 5,200 cross happened back here on July 18th. And yeah, we've had some fight back since, but for the most part, we've been pretty bearish since July 18th, and it's continuing to drop as well. Even in right here, this was yesterday at noon, we had massive sell orders coming in. Even now today, we've got a lot of downward movement pretty heavily. If we do get on the hourly chart, if we do get a cyan switch here, though, you might see the kind of movement that we saw here, where we're going from like 55.90 up to about 56.20s. So not like massive movement, but some. But we are definitely, in my opinion, in a bearish market at this particular point in time. Now, how long that market stays bear, I don't know. But I do know that the 5,200 moving average crossovers are very far apart from each other, and they're continuing to diverge. So Through that continued divergence, we'll have continued bearish movement. And yesterday I was projecting all the way down to roughly 5,000 on the extreme end. And if we look at the daily chart, we can kind of back that up with some support levels here. So on support, we're looking at support here like 5,400. I was looking at this level of support at 55.25 or so, and we broke through that support level. You can see on the daily chart too, we're also downtrending on the TTM. Last time this happened was way back here, and that was where we rejected 5,300 and we pulled all the way back to 5,000. That was during April's shenanigans. Actually, all the way through, from April 10th or so to about April 25th. So about a 2-week bear before we started getting reversal. So I'd be looking at this as probably a 2-week bear as well. But I'd be looking for pullbacks to about 5,300 area. This zone right here, where we had support there, we had resistance back here, and we had some resistance right in here at 5,400. So I'd be looking for about 5,300 to maybe 5,400 as support. Just over the coming 2 weeks or so. So big drop there, about a $10 drop from these highs up here. I don't know if we're gonna see anything that matches my strategy today. Market's just very bear. Yeah, no worries, Sonny. So definitely not a great day. Down 678. But we do have 822 in our trail max, so it hurts, but we're not out. I don't know if today is the day for me. 702, and today doesn't really look like a day for my strat, and it may not look like that for a little while, honestly. Perhaps like the next 2 weeks. I won't be trading tomorrow. No stream tomorrow. I've got some obligations to take care of, so I won't be doing that tomorrow. But we'll be back on Monday. Don't really see anything at all. Not at this time, anyway. 5,200, about $10 apart from each other. So, definitely got a long way to go for any sort of long movement. And market is now down $30, half a point. Pretty heavy downtrend from yesterday. I think the tech sell-off is also continuing. So, what do we got going on in oil? Oil's down 1.7%. Really low volume in oil. Like oil volume's been like crazy low this summer. Like very low. Like I was really surprised at actually how low the oil volume has been. So like even these moves are tiny. Yes, continue to be hyper volatile. Oil's volume is just like non-existent. About 630 contracts a minute. Very, very low. There was a nice push on oil before the open at like 610. Where's the open? Here's the open here. Not even a volume jump, really. So one thing I found very effective with oil, in the times that I was trading it, was just the same strategy that I use on the ES, but a little bit tighter trades usually. And mainly I'm looking for this 5200 cross on the 10-second chart. It's pretty effective, especially if there's more volume, but there really is very low volume. But you can see, let me find the zone where that's actually switched. You see the switch right here. Obviously, the 9/12/26 is going to call that out earlier, but the 5200 cross speaks to the longer term move behind it. So, like, your entry would be like right here, like 76.75, and what you topped at like 76.80, 76.90s. So, for this, I think that the better move was the 12/26. I don't know that these are available now. I mean, you can see the 9/12/26 crossover there, but the move just isn't there for it. Yes, all the way down in the 54.45. So hell, a long way to go if the ES is going to do anything at all. It's currently down about $26 on the day, half a point or so. Definitely bearish for sure. Yeah, we got this downward cross. I really should have just shorted this, honestly. Sometimes I'm just too long biased. Frankly. Is that it? I mean, it looked like a good short. I think the price volatility, though, really is kind of like a little too much for me, or was. We can see that the average volume is coming down some, a little bit. Although that does have an uptrend there on the average. But I'm seeing the price volatility is seemingly leveling off. I might call it today and just take my kind of fatty loss, and work my way back up. So, kind of hate trading these bearish markets. They're very price volatile. Continuing to drop here. They're really a good short right off there, off of 45. Big candle spike right there. See some of those shorts filling. Hey, you Siri. Go away. Negative 15 on the TTM, dude. That's crazy. That's so far negative. It's crazy. I think we're pretty extended here on the low side, frankly. And we're tapping these lows down here at 54.35. Yeah, there's some of the extension showing by this flash in red. But negative 15 is a very, very far extension. Just imagine it on the flip. If you're positive 15, this thing would be like $30 above VWAP. So, really, if you go too far in either direction, it creates that extension. And that's where we're at right with this. They were pretty extended on this, honestly. Yeah, because we're about $30 below VWAP at the moment. So if VWAP comes back some, as you see the 200 moving average crossed above the VWAP, indicating more bearish movement. I had a coffee creamer to my tea today. It's a little weird. I've done it before, but not with Earl Grey. Tastes a little weird. Oh, so oil did eventually get that rip. I was looking for that rip. This is a pretty good one, actually. 32 up to 54. Yes, it's trying to get back above 40. Oil down 1.4% on the day, down $1. Yeah, it's just totally stalled. Like nothing. Like no movement. I mean, I would be interested in an oil long. We get this 5200 cross. Well, that was a very nice move. Pop from 52 up to 59. Yeah, good pop there. Damn. Well, oil, get some volume. You see that? 500 contracts. Can we find a pullback? I want to see a pullback to like 60. So there's that 5200 cross on the way. Pullback to like 60 or 55 would look awesome. But that 500 contract's going to need to go somewhere, so it may end up being a sell. We got that sell-off there, then might kill this move. That was really the pullback there, I guess. I want to see this on the 1 minute chart. See where this is topping out at. Alright, so we have resistance up at 76.85 area, 76.80s. So, and we have a new TTM on the 1 minute side, so this does look decent for long. We have VWAP at 62, 76.62. So yeah, I want to see a pullback a little bit. It really would have been the entry, I think, right there off 67. Might just go for like 3 ticks.
Order filled.
Entered at 74 and really don't like that entry. Um, I was really hoping to get in at 72. So my exit's at 77, and I'm probably going to need to cut it.
Order filled.
No, we didn't have to cut. That's good. Okay, so we made about $90 back on that. So 902 on the trail. We gotta watch out for 85 being a rejection zone. We did get this cross here, so I think that we have a strong case for pushing above 76.85. So the question is, can we get above 77? That's really going to be our biggest line in the sand. But we have a fresh cyan squeeze here on the TTM. 9's above 12. If we really want to see a pullback to like 60, like 77, 60s. Just a one pullback here for like 3 minutes would be awesome. There's 76.95. Definitely could have gone for a full 7 ticks on this. I don't see any signs of pullback here. That was a hella clean move, though, from back here off of 76.30. I mean, that's 60 cents over a couple of minutes. Surprised that pulled all the way up to 96. I mean, I guess I'm not that surprised because we did this 5200 cross. But just that it pulled straight up without that much pullback. It did form a little bull flag here on the 10-second side. I really want to see a pullback to about 76.70, like right here. Honestly, if we can get a little red, that would be good. Right in this zone, and then a bounce off that. And that really would be like a VWAP bounce here. So on the 1 minute side, it would be a pullback to about 76.70. Maybe 76.75, hold support and bounce off that. Another flag right there on the 1 minute. I don't really trade 1 minute flags all that much. Love to see, like I said, I really want to see that pullback. I actually don't have an 8 SMA on this one, I don't think. I don't. Moving averages. We want an SMA. Yeah, I want it green. And then we want an 8. Let's save that as a default. Save. So at least help us determine, to some extent, some, like when we're about to pull back some. It might not work that well on the on oil. In fact, it doesn't look like it does work very well on oil. Maybe that's why I took it off. That was a nice move from 90 up through 77. Yeah, we're gonna remove that. It doesn't actually seem to be valuable here. Just taking a look at the volume here. That 500 contract still hasn't sold off yet. We actually saw another 500 push in, so it may have sold off some through here while bringing in other price action. And you can see we've jumped up about an average of 100 contracts per 10 seconds. So we were at like in the like 80, 90. Now we're at like 180 to 190. We'll bounce off 77. I really do want to see a pullback. Just a quick sell-off would be really good. If we could sell off down to about 83 now, maybe 75, and bounce off that, that'd be ideal. because I want to see this pull back, consolidate some, and then have that clean entry. You know what I mean? But it doesn't look like it's going to be the case here. Another bunch of contracts piling in. So that flag did work out from about 76.95 or so up to like a 10 cent move or something. Oh, the ES finally came back. Wow. So we have a cyan green dot here on the ES. There's a 9/12/26 cross. So we do have what looks to be good movement. The problem is I don't trust the ES anymore for the day. So we could move up to this VWAP here at about 60. Currently 9 is below 12. See if it can handle itself. So we have oil and ES starting to break long. That was oil's pullback right there to 77. So high on oil is up here at 77.54, and the opens at 77.50. And we do have natural gas stuff coming up, I believe. Yeah, 7.30 is natural gas. That's why oil is pushing up. Yeah, still chopping at about 54.50. So ES has a downward cross right there. We do have this 5,200 cross here. About to step in. Music stopped. Weird. I had to fix whatever is going on with that. Just haven't got around to it. That was actually a pretty nice push there on the ES. Currently hitting 55. Like I said, I think we could push up to the VWAP. VWAP's up here at 58. Oil pushing up to 77.25. Yes, breaking through 55. Damn, I was looking for an entry there. I just didn't really see it. So we're up here at the VWAP at 58. And I have to see the... come on, load. So this VWAP on the 1 minute side is a 61. So I'm going to put that as our line in the sand there.
Order filled. Order filled.
All right, just took a 3 and 5. Yeah, that worked out. Okay, so that pulled back about 187.50. Trail Max is back above 1,000, and we're down 419 on the day. I'm looking at like 62 or so, 61, 62 as the VWAP line in the sand on the 1 minute chart. I think I just cracked like 18 bones, joints. So pull back to 58 and pop up to 61.50, which is the VWAP. So right there, a little bit of rejection on the VWAP. I would love to see a rejection down to 55, because I actually want to see consolidation. So I want to see. So we got this nice pull, this nice rip up here. Looks like we bottomed out at 31, 32. We just ripped about 25 bucks. So that movement right there is going to need some consolidation. It's going to need some sell off. It's going to need some consolidation, some pullback to like 55, maybe even 50. But I would say closer to 55 would be safer. And then it's going to need to break above VWAP and then above the 200 moving average. So we got to get above 65. So it's still another $8 for this thing to move. It's a long way to go. Long way for it to go. But I think it can do it. It bounced off 55. Definitely the price action is here. We're coming up on 7:30. We're about 3 minutes out. Oil popped up to 77.32. We got a red dot there on TTM. I would still be looking for pullback here to 55 again. If I can see a red candle here on TTM, that would actually be ideal for this to go red yellow and then back up from there. So that's really one thing. Oh, nice big spike there. That's kind of a big crazy spike there. You see that? All that volume that just came in. There's 5,700 contracts in less than 10 seconds. So mostly bulls, mostly long anyway. I don't know about bulls, but definitely longs. So the big question here is, can we break above VWAP? That's the real big question. Currently TTM is at 16. So also pretty extended on this side now too, on the TTM. So consolidation, not a bad thing, especially if we can consolidate down to like 55 and run this for a while and then pop. I actually think that'd be a better situation. But the other situation that'd be really strong is if we break through this with gusto and then come back to then back down to the VWAP and then up again. We do have this resistance up here at 54.75, and so that's definitely an area that we're going to be watching. So pulling back off of that VWAP spike again with another hammer. So there was a nice hammer candle here that called out this bull flag. TTM now at 15-16 zone. Ideally, pull back to like 57 and bounce off at 9 EMA would be really nice. This is just ripping through. A lot of price volatility here. I'm a little scared to take some entries. But this is bouncing quite nicely off the 9 EMA. And really just actually more off the 26. It's kind of weird. So there's that breakthrough the VWAP with some gusto. That's definitely a strong scenario. So we're going to have to watch this 200 moving average, watch some sell-off here. We're right on VWAP, and TTM is extended at 16. It's pretty high. I don't want to get trapped here by going long and then having a big sell-off. So I'm really looking for this 9 here, this 9 EMA to get above this VWAP and give us some confirmation of bullish movement. We are pushing back up, though, back up towards the 200 moving average, which is right there at about 63 and a half. So that's 730 right here. Kind of weird we got this big spike here at 727, but you know. Feel like I'm sitting on the sidelines a lot, but I'm trying to find an entry that really fits my strat, really fits my viewpoint for the day. Especially after getting burned on the ES on our first trade. You know, I'm a lot less trustworthy of it. Oil pulling back a little bit down to 77.20s, but oil definitely on a nice big tear through the 77 mark. And that's one of those things where it's like that 5200 cross there. I guess you just buy it and just hold on. I'll try to do a few of those into the future, but now's not the time for that for me. Right now, I'm just trying to scout my way into profits, and then I can start taking some of those longer trades like that. Pulling back, but maintaining VWAP. That's pretty much what we want to see. So I want to see this consolidation. I really like. Without the consolidation, I don't trust the move. So currently 9 is still very much above 12 with good divergence. 35 still below 50. So if we get the 35 crossing above the 50, we got even more bullish confirmation. So this looks like this is going to move up to 65. There's a red to yellow there. Let's see if we can get this. I want to see this move down to 60. Like 54.60. So I want to see decline first. That right there is when I want to see that downward cross. I would like to see a little bit more sell off here. Maybe just down to like 62 or 63. Or 62, maybe down to like 61. 61 and a quarter. This green marker here on the 50. That's really what I'm looking for. There's 60. I'm looking for this to hold 60. And we got that VWAP right here on the 10-second chart at 58. So that could also work and still look good. TTM pulling back to 12. And I feel comfortable with this all the way up down to about 56 on the pullback. That pulled back to 58, bounced off that VWAP right there. All right, so this does look like it's going to give us a decent setup here on our 10-second chart. So we're going to watch for that. That was a nice big push up there. It's moving a little more aggressively per candle than I want to see. I'm looking for a little bit smoother movement, or it'd be nicer, but I don't know that I'm going to get it. That popped all the way from 58 all the way back up to 64. So it's an $8 spread right there, just over a couple of seconds. And we're about to switch to cyan. There's a cyan switch right there on the 10-second chart. So we've got the 9 above 12. There's a 9, 12, 26 cross. It is right on a resistance level, though. I didn't take that trade because of the resistance level. It looked like there was too much resistance, but it does look like a good entry. Like this fits my strategy, but you can see it's not breaking out like my strategy normally would. So that was a dope. Call it what we call it, praying mantis V or something like that. I forgot what we were calling it in the past. So this is normally my strat right here, this entry. Try to enter long there, miss the entry. Having trouble getting filled. All right, in at 67.50. We're gonna get out at 69 and a quarter. I don't know that I like this fill because that first move was really the one that I wanted to take. So I might be chasing a little bit. I'm trying to move it down to 68 and a quarter, and it's pulling back. Oh yeah. So we're currently down 7 ticks in this. Just gonna try and get out with a single tick. It could break, but yeah, there's the break. So definitely should have kept it there at the 3 tick mark, but I pulled it just because that was a bit more pullback than I want to see. And like I said, the price volatility is so much today that I just don't trust the ES. So we just took a single tick on that. Down 391 on the day. But we do come back from being down like 780, so there's that. 1108 on the trail max. Massive price volatility here. I really was looking for that to break sort of with the gust out. I should have taken my strat, but my strat was delayed, and because of the delay, I got kind of scared out of taking it. Because the strat entry was here off of this marker right there. So it was delayed about 30 seconds, and that's what made me not take it. Just goes to show, man, you got to trust your strategy. But with the way that the price movement's been today, I've been a little hesitant. I think too because like I got a paid evaluation last week and failed it next day, like the first day on, and that certainly was pretty demotivating because these things cost $150 to jump into these things, so it can be kind of frustrating to pay $150, lose same day, and then have to start over. So it's definitely not good for me, not good for my family. So I have to be hyper diligent about how I trade, and when I trade. Speaking of which, I'm just past my my time, my trade time. All right, we're getting some pullback now. So this topped up at 68. I'm glad that I took that trade off because I didn't get the first entry that I wanted, which was down at about 65. So I'm just glad that I took that off because this ended up pulling all the way back down to 60. So that would have been, 12, no, more than that down. A lot more than that down. All right, 1 minute chart. We can see the 9 is getting above the 200 moving average. That's a good sign for bulls. 12 is still below it, so still in volatility here. I do see that the 35 has crossed above the 50, and the 26 is crossing above the 35. So only one bearish indication there. The rest are all bullish, and that was a big push up all the way up into from 63 to 67. A lot of price action here, man. It's actually too much. So ES reclaimed pretty much all of his losses, almost sitting at break even on the day. It's only down $6. High probability of this switching to the upside. So 5,200 moving average crossover on the 1 minute side, though, bear in mind, is still not has still not happened. And the 200 moving average is still above the VWAP, giving us bearish indication. 9 and 12 are getting above the 200 moving average, which does give us some bullish indication, but not enough to really be like attack this thing and be like, that's definitely going to go up. So we still have quite a ways to go, probably into 8 o'clock to really see the solidification of this move. All right, there's a cyan switch right there. Nice push up. Currently, this is sitting at 66. I don't like all this resistance here at 67. We could just break right through that. Switch this to 5 ticks, and I think that we're going to see that there's 68. Tried to go long there at 68.75, but it missed the entry. Really, this entry here at 67.75 is what I wanted, but I was busy adjusting my my tick ratio, my ATM. So now I want to see a little bit of pullback and some rejection off 70. No rejection off 70. Screw 70. We'll just go right through it. Yeah, I tried to get in at like 6,750, and I was busy adjusting that. I guess I should have just kept it on 7 ticks and just gone for it. We got resistance up there at 73, 74. So, but there's that 912 giving us that confirmation, that red hammer candle there of indication of a larger move up. So all the signs were there. The TTM's still on cool though, so a little sketch there. Nice pullback to the 9 EMA and then bounce off that. Missed.
Order filled.
In long at 72.50. And we've got that So I'm trying to get out 73.75, looking for 5 ticks. So I got off at 3 ticks.
Order filled.
So I made about 100 on that. Down 288 on the day. I'm trying to be very, very cautious with my trading right now. Like I said, I'm trying to actually take some profit out of this paid account here. So that would have been our full 5 there, but the volatility is just making me very, very nervous. Like, I'm worried that this thing's just gonna dump down $5 any second and then come back. You know, and those things are account killers. You know, I mean, they could easily wipe out a small account like mine, and so I have to be very, very weary of that. There's that resistance level from earlier, 73.50 zone, 75 zone. So I personally would love to see a pullback to 70, because then we would have this top here, this top, and 90 EMA active support. So pullback to 70 would give us, in my opinion, some nice firm support to be able to break through 75. ES going green slightly on the day for a moment there. Like I said, I want to see a pullback to 70. TTM now at 5.0, so it definitely had some time to cool off, about 10 points. $10 getting a red candle on the TTM. So we might look for another cyan switch. These have been quite good. Nine, 12, 26 downward cross and red on the TTM. We're pushing back up some for a bounce off 70. Nine still below 12, and still getting some pullback. I want to see this get very, very, very clean. There's a 8 SMA cross. Hasn't been good to me today, so I'm not going to trust that one. Nine dipping below the EMA 35 on the 10-second chart. Oil dropped back down to around 77. So peaked around 77.30 or so. So we're getting some continued downward pressure on the ES. Nine still below 12. Can't take this just yet. Getting like this far away from my screen, trying to like really just look at every little thing. All right, looks pretty strong. Would love to see one quick pullback here to like that. That's what I'm looking for. And then we want to see. I'm looking for a cyan switch. 0.3. Damn, we didn't get that. No cyan. Now there's cyan. Try to add her long. Missed the entry again. So I think we're going to see a breakthrough 75 here.
Order filled.
Long, I have an exit at 76.50. And we got that. Nice. That was a good 5 tick. All right, down 110 bucks on the day. There's a potential we could turn this day into a green day. Currently at 1390 on the trail max. I just want to make sure I keep taking very solid trades like this. The breakouts are happening before my strat though, so they're happening in advance by about 2 candles. Let's see this on the 1 minute chart. Man, what a surge. 1 minute setting up for a 5200 crossover. And currently now we have 9, 12, 26, and 35 crossing above the 200 moving average. It's looking very bullish. We have broken above 75. We do have opportunity to go all the way up to about 82.50 here, which is the open price. Or I don't know about the open price. It's whatever that marker is. I forget why it's there. I mean, I know why it's there. It's, you know, it has something to do with the open, but I don't remember the exact indication for it. So we've got this 5200 crossover on approach. Very, very close. Do we get another pullback here, or are we just going to rip on up to 80? Because I think we're going to go to 80 soon. Currently sitting at 77. TTM now at 6.6, 6.7. We do have some topping tails there. I think pullback as low as 73.50 or so looks good. But I don't know if we're going to see that. It kind of looks like we're just going to rip on up to 80. That's my thinking. There was a jump up here off 75 up to 77. It's kind of slow grinding right now. Feeling that rip to 80, man, but oh, there was that actually tapped it. Guess we should have just got in at 77, but the slow grind up to 80 really is what kept me out. Like, because we were just hanging out here at 77, slowly grinding our way up. So yeah, I want to see some pullback. Get some cleaner price movement. There's the 5200 cross on the 1 minute side. I really would like to see pullback to 75, and then a breakthrough 80 would be ideal. Maybe like 77. Kind of have an ascending wedge on the 1 minute side. So you see that wedge right there? I'd really like to see that like just come back down to about 77, 77 and a quarter, and then form a flag. That would make a lot more sense to me, in my opinion, for the breakthrough 80 or break up to 80. I think 82.50 is going to be a little bit of a line in the sand here. So our high there is at 81.50. And high on the day is at 54.90. So okay, finally getting some pullback. I I really wish I took that move off 77 up to 80, because that's really what I was looking for. I just didn't expect it to grind that way. I was looking for more of a clean, like, we pull back to the 9 and then, straight up kind of thing. So here's a pullback to 77, which is what I was looking for. And then waiting for the price or the TTM and moving averages and things like that to really stack up the way that I expect them to. Let's see what's going on with the 1 minute chart here. We've got that fresh crossover. We do have TTM at 7.4. So TTM is not bad. This would be move 1, move 2, move 3. So this would be 1, 2, 1, 2, 3. This would be move 4. So this would be kind of the top out of the move. I'm gonna go for like 5 ticks actually. So that pulled back to 77 and really moved before my my strat hit. Getting a little bit of lag here. Okay. I want to see a pull back to like 79. There's a cyan switch there. Going long on that pullback.
Order filled.
Ooh. Looking for a move up to 81.75. I don't like that pullback off of that. It's a little bit more than I was hoping for.
Order filled.
Took a tiny profit off of that. Just trying to not lose money. So I was really looking for a more solid breakthrough. There it is. There's the push. That's really what I was looking for. There's my actual trade, 81.75. So that's what I was looking for, was that push right there. It just kind of came late and I didn't want to get stuck in a downward move. So trading very cautiously today. That's why you see me taking things off with such little profit. So down 88 bucks on the day. Definitely a lot better than being down 788. If we take a look at the report, you can see we made 702.50 before fees, and we lost 712.50 before fees. So after fees, 72 bucks in fees. A lot of sevens today. So there's a push through 80, 82.50. That's what I was looking for with this trade. And it just came 10 seconds late. Checking out the one, I think we have movement available up to 90. You can see the TTM, or not TTM, the 5200 cross is still diverging. So we're still in bullish form. These ascending wedges make me nervous, honestly. I really want to see cleaner price action. So I'm not seeing the sell-offs that we were seeing earlier. And without the sell-offs, this sort of creates a slow grind kind of movement on it. So I do see 82.50 as somewhat of a line in the sand. There's 84.50. We're breaking all the way up to like 85. There's a big amount of buyers right there. There's 86. Jeebus. We get a pullback to like 83. So I'm pretty shocked that this took the time it took to break out. Like the timing is very off for me today, both in entries and in exits. So, but gratefully we've been able to, do something positive with it. Well, it looks like oil ended up moving up. So oil came back from that drop there. And ES still hanging out around 83. There's that pullback I mentioned. TTM at 1.0 on 10. I don't know if we'll get another red to yellow, like another move like this. Kind of seems a little pushed up for that. We're about $20 up on VWAP. And usually it's about a $30 range on VWAP before we hit extension on both sides. And just to show you that, you can actually see down here, 31.75 from at the time 61.50. So about $30, and we go up to the highs here, 54.90. Again, about $30. So it's roughly $30 almost every time when it comes to the extension on either side of the VWAP, which I find fascinating. Personally, I find it interesting. So we could be forming a head and shoulders here. If we do, pulling back to like 70 would look good. So there's red. Yeah, about 70. We got the 200 moving average right here on the 10-second chart, 71.50. So if we could pull back about that far, I think that would still look good. Currently pulling back to 80 as support. And there's a yellow candle. And that right there is why I don't take these red to yellow moves that often anymore. Is just because of that kind of movement. If it drops and then peaks and it looks like it might drop again, that's one thing that I tend to stay away from. Like that right there. It's pretty much exactly what I'm talking about, because they don't always consistently move super clean, especially toward the end of the move. Like this is like the very clean move one. And then this is the less clean. This usually indicates further drop. Not always, but often. Big spike up there off of 80, all the way up to 84. TTM at 1.2. May have another cyan switch option here. They're 84. The cyan switches keep happening like near resistance levels, which is very annoying. There's cyan switch and some pullback. 9 is currently above 12, but no 12.26 cross there. And cyan switch looks like it may fail. And that tends to happen more frequently when you see this extra red candle show itself. That's usually when I see that cyan switch fail. It's not common, but it does happen. Almost have a 12.26 cross. Another 10 seconds. We'll see. Very inflection right here. Need like one more candle to prove this. There's a 1226 cross. There's cyan. It's just not right yet. Doesn't feel right. It's currently 805 or something. Yeah, 805. Let's take a look at the 1 minute chart here. We're pulling back to 80, 2TM at 5.6. A pullback to 75, 74 area doesn't look that bad to me. This does look like it's forming head and shoulders. We're currently dropping below the 9 EMA. So we could still come back from this and have another shot at the top at like 85 area. But this is looking a little... You can see all my trades were like at the top of these moves because everything was just delayed in terms of my information today. And obviously indicators are lags, indicators are lagging indicators, but usually it's pretty spot on. So this cyan switch failed. You can see the strat is like accurate today, but it's like 80% accuracy. It's way lower than normal. Nice push there. Wow, big push. Big green candle at the top. Big spike in contracts too. Starting to get some brain fade. There was a push up to 85. That, you see what I'm saying? Like the strat is delayed today, like lagged out. Nothing wrong with the software or anything. It's just the way the market's moving. But yeah, just a little laggy on my moves today. Currently there at 84.50, and then we're gonna break through 85 here. Let's take a look at the 1. TTM has slowed down to 4.7. Nine's still above 12. So like I said, this could be a head and shoulders. So we'd have to see this, this like a micro ABCD pattern. So we'd have to see this maybe pull back to like 83 or something, and then bounce and rip above 86. So there's that 9 moving average there. Wow, oil went all the way to in the 77.50s. Jeez. Yeah, oil making new highs at 77.70. It's currently at break even on the market. me look to oil here. Yes, looks like he's getting kind of choppy there at that 83 marker. I seem to be having a hard time taking moves with the ES. They're happening before the call out. I might just walk right here with a small loss of 88 or 82 bucks, and just live to trade another day. You can tell I'm getting tired, having brain fade, all that type of stuff. So, yeah, I think it's probably time to call it. Take a small loss of $82. But fighting back from a $788 loss in our first trade. So, pretty big moves here from 83 up. So that popped through 85. There's 86, 87. Try to enter long at 89. There's a new high there at 91.50. Watch for a quick sell-off. Try to grab that. Just a little fast. This is what I'm saying. Like, I was expecting this to happen like way back here, and it's just like the moves feel delayed today. Making new highs yet again. 93.50. Pretty extended on VWAP. Just not giving us a shred of an entry. Just keeps popping up a little bit more, a little bit more. Up there at 95 now. Wow. Big push. I was worried it was going to like sell off the high there. Because I've seen it do that a million times where it just runs right up, pushes the high, and then runs right back down immediately. But this one ran truly through the high. Big break through the high. From 90 to 95. New high on the day. We might hit 5,500. Pull back there was the 94.75. Let's take a look at the 1 minute chart. That's the move I was looking for earlier, man. Just took a really long time. So this finally broke out at like 8:11. I was expecting that at like 8:05. So currently pulling back to about 94, 93.75 area. Been taking a lot of like high of the day breaks. Not my favorite kind of trading. There's some sell off happening right there. Really want to see some people take some profit and pull this back some. It's about 93. Oh, just grinding up. Just grind. To 95.50 up to 98. Wow. Jeez, man. Well, I said 5,500.
Order
So
filled.
long at 98.50. I'm gonna put my exit right here at 99 and a quarter. Nope, gonna actually just try to get out earlier. Tap my sell. Okay,
Order
so I
filled.
took a tiny trade again. Dude, there's the rip. Down 53 on the day. What the hell, man? Like the rips, dude. Like they're just delayed, dude. Delay. It's crazy. You be taking these like micro trades, like 3-tick scalp type things. So there's 5,500. Price move is pretty astounding today, honestly. It's like the trades I'm taking are correct, but I'm like, but they're initially like pulling back like right off my entry, and that's like scaring me out of the position a lot.
Order filled.
Going for 3-ticks here. Like that. That's exactly what I'm talking about. Just like enter, and then it's just like drop like right away, and then it's like scaring me out of the position. I don't like trading at the highs, man. I really don't.
Order filled.
Took a little 1-ticker. I don't think I'm going to trade anymore on this. Like, I know I've said that like 3 times. But it's just like these moves, man. Like these are not. And then there's the pop through, and it's like, wow. I really just want to see a sell off. I want to see this reject at 55. I mean, we pulled the accuracy up, I guess, but accuracy only counts for horseshoes and hand grenades, man. We just had that one loss of 712.50. Our profit 77.750, but with fees, at negative 25. 90-10 win ratio, but we're taking these micro trades, which I really don't like. Yeah, that's what I was really looking for, was a sell off. Just like when it doesn't ever sell off, man, it's like it just feels sketchy. So I've been taking these tiny trades, and just like sitting in this for like 30 seconds down before it finally rips, and then again 20 seconds before the rip, and it's just kind of like, damn, man, like nerve-wracking, I guess. But okay, we're getting a pullback to the 9 EMA here. That's what we want to see. Down to 97, 96.50. So big sell-off off of 55.05. Dropping about $10. Yeah, 55.04.50, and there's 94.50. So $10 pullback. So 40-tick pullback off of that. it felt like an area to go short. Honestly, it's like it's breaking through these highs is too much, but it's like uh, not really providing the stability and support. It's so extended off of VWAP. When we look at VWAP here, there's that $30 that I mentioned, 66, and we hit 55.04. So that's a $40 movement there. You can see this ascending wedge, which sort of called out the pullback too. What's oil doing? Oil at 77.60s. Oil getting a red marker there. On the TTM. And a downward cross there. Dropping down to about 77.50s. So for oil, we're looking at about 77.55, 50 or so as support. And the high up there is at 70. So this could actually just fall down. But yes, getting a red to yellow on it. We could be at a head and shoulders point now. If we look at the 1 minute chart, like that's the very definition of a head and shoulders right there. So, I could easily see us pulling back to like 80, maybe even 75 as we go into the 8 o'clock hour a little bit more. Just pull back to 90, bounce off 90 up to 94. These moves, these swings, like 12 to 20 ticks or so. Really big price swings on these. Almost have a cyan switch here, but you can see 9 is below 12. There's a 8 SMA downward cross. 9 is below 12. All of it's below the 26. And 35 is on the decline too. So this does look more like a little bearish in terms of movement. I was looking for like a little 3 and 3 if I could find one. Just not seeing that there. Oh wow, oil did rip. Guess I should have been watching it. So oil up here at the highs, 77.70. That was a good move. Wow. Just missed it. Check the ES for a second, ES pulling back to 90 on a head and shoulder pattern. Well, yeah. Down about $50 on the day, or actually $26 or so. Nine still below 12 on ES, and 35 dropping below 50. Looking kind of good for some shorts here. We got brain fatal and tired a long time ago. So ES is officially bullish on the day, in my opinion. But we're definitely gonna, have to consolidate some of all this rippage over the last hour. So we'll want to see, the consolidation of this off his head and shoulders, and maybe even a red candle on the TCM, and a pullback down to about 75 is what I would feel is more safe. If you can pull back to here and then push up from there, I think you'll have some really good trades available. You can see though that the 200 moving average is crossing above the VWAP, or already did actually. Never actually was not above the VWAP. So if you see the VWAP, this purple line here, if you see this get above the 200 moving average, then that right there could be really solid. Still hitting here at 90, and TTM looking like 0.1, so definitely looking like some pullback potential. 9 is below 12. I mean, this almost looks like a short down to like 82, or maybe 87. We'll see. 10-second chart, 9 is still below 12, and on approach for a 1226 cross, and potentially a cyan switch. But remember, 35 is below 50. It's definitely, in my opinion, doesn't look like a great long. Big, great long. So, like I was saying, potentially a pullback to about 87.50 or so. And there's 89, 88. There's that pullback that I mentioned. Like I said, seemed like a good short. Need to listen to my own advice. Okay, getting a pop off that 87. 9 still below 12, no cyan. There's a 8 SMA above the 9. Still no cyan. Or below the 9, I meant to say. This is the backside of that head and shoulders. This is the right side of it. So, this isn't to be unexpected. This is very much anticipated when you just sort of stretch this out. You can even see red right there on the TCM. So, I mean, you could just stretch this out right here and just see that that's the, the right side of the shoulder. So definitely looks like some short op here. There's a 9.26 cross, and we're looking towards a 12.26 cross, honestly. So I think there's definitely short potential here. Price action is getting a little choppy, and I don't know. Does it kind of seem like the volume's died down a little bit? I think it does. I think it has. I mean, I don't know. I'm tempted to try to short this, but I've not had the best of luck with shorting. It's just not really in my nature as much. There's that 9 getting above the 12, 9, 12, 26 cross there, and a push up above 90, getting some rejection off of that. 1 minute side, there's a 1226 cross on the downside. Like I said, this looks like a short to me, and there it was. We get a push up to like 89 or something. I might try to take a short here. Oh wow, guess I should just did it anyway. Try to go short there, didn't get a fill. Now I don't want to take it. That's why I didn't want to take it. The big rip up. Wow. Off of 84 and a quarter, ripped all the way back to 88. Is this going red to yellow now? Negative 6.3 on TTM 1 minute. I don't know why most of my songs don't work anymore. I'll have to check that. This bounce is happening here off the EMA 35 and ripping right back down. So massive rip up after a massive rip down. We've got a 10-second crossover coming into play on the downside. Still gonna. I just try to take another short.
Order filled.
So we're short in this now. Going for 5 ticks. Damn it. Should have gone for 3 or 4. All right,
Order
so
filled.
we got out on that short. Again, what did we take on that? From 87 down to 86.75. So yeah, again, only a single tick. Got green on the day, about $2. Yay. But green is good. Green is what I'm after. So there is a 5200 cross on the downside. I kind of thought that short would be a little bit stronger. But I think this was really the strength of the short right there. So this is a 30. And we may see a reversal to the upside here. So, kind of a longer stream today. Like I said, my rules are 6:45 to 7:30, and we went past that by an hour. But by going past it by an hour, I was able to trade back into some profit. Very, very tiny profit, but profit nonetheless. And this is my paid account, so this one is for my family. As I see it, big push up on that. I'm glad I got out of that short. So pulling back up to 90. There's cyan switch. I see a lot of price volatility here. Chart just lagged a little bit. Nine getting above 12. And we may see this upward cross. 9, 12, 26 crossover there. Sketchy zone. But I'm more inclined on long here. It's right at this 90 zone. So right on support resistance. And this 5200 cross may actually happen on the upside. So it's very, very sketchy at this moment. And take a look at this 1 minute chart. I want to see what's happening with the TTM. TTM's going yellow. So we may have movement available up to about 92. Which you could actually see right there, 92. It may have actually been that one that had movement available up to 92. We'll see. 9 still above 12, and both of it still above 26. So a lot of volatility here. A lot of inconsistency on price too, and with the indicators. So I'm more long bias here at this zone. Nine above 12 again. 26 on approach to downward cross. There's the downward movement. Sketchy zone that was. Looks like it's going to end up being a giant ABCD pattern. So here's the head and shoulders. Zoom out to see a little better. So there's shoulder 1. There's the head. And then this is forming shoulder 2. But shoulder 2 may sort of stop around like 85 off this green 50. TTM's at -6, but it's been on the incline. So, this may just sort of be the extent of it. And we may continue to bounce off of 50 EMA, which is still progressing upwards. And the 35 is still above the 50. So, that does indicate still upward direction. This could just end up being a consolidation zone here for another move back up towards 95, or possibly even 55, but I would say closer to like 92, maybe 95. I'm looking for clean price movement. That's like the biggest thing. And that's been very challenging to come across today. So there's 89 and a quarter, 89.50 area. But I can just stand here sit here all lurched over. TTM has 0.1. Taking a long here off 90.
Order filled.
Going for 91 and a quarter. All right, there we go. We got that. We are officially done for the day. I'm done. I'm out. I'm over with. 180.78 green on the day. What a battle. What a battle, dude. Oh my gosh. Huh. First trade down $788 and just fought our way back. Just trade by trade by trade. Yeah, I'm excited. What? We took 13 trades today. Way more trades than we normally trade. Way more. That one loss right at the very beginning was determined that I was not going to lose this PA account. All right, this one is for the family. That's what this PA account is for. This one's for the family. It's not for me. It's not for anyone else. This one's for the family. And so, I was like, hell with that, man. Then we're not taking this loss, 712. But you know what? We're not going to get cocky. We're not going to push. We're going to be patient. We're going to wait. We're going to keep doing that. And we're going to keep pushing forward in a way that is healthy and very, 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 very calculated. That was our biggest winning trade of the day, that 5-tick trade. so ridiculous. Normally, most days I'm taking 7 ticks on a regular basis, and I just kept taking those little micro trades. But you know what? Sometimes you got to grind your way back, and just claw your way back. I took 70 contracts today. 70. Paid $100 in commissions. Just crazy. Absolute craziness. The gross P&L was $290, but with that $109 in commissions, certainly killed some things. We took a